शुक्रिया धन्यवाद जी मैम जी उन्होंने welcome to our special show to draw attention to the urgent issue of human trafficking. I'm Gargi Rawat. Now, last month, a human trafficking case hit the news involving an aircraft bound for Nicaragua, referred to as a donkey route. This was also recently made famous in the movie by Shah Rukh Khan, Donkey. This illegal migration often victimizes individuals, luring them with false promises and leading to dangerous journeys. Today, to talk about this issue, we're joined by Padma Shri Vikramjit Singh Sahney, member Rajya Sabha. He's the chairman of the NGO Sun Foundation and also the international president of the World Punjabi Organization. Thank you so much, sir, for joining us to draw attention to this issue. So first and foremost, sir, you've been instrumental in bringing back youth from Libya, Turkey, and we know Oman as well and this has been a major work that you've done. So help us understand, why is this so rampant?
Human trafficking, is a very sad and harsh reality where frauds are harnessing the vulnerabilities of people, and many a times it's in their own circle, the close relatives or friends and family who exploits them by luring them false hopes. There is also a strong urge among us youth to go and settle abroad as if they will have a brighter future, underlined, of course, by the lack of employment opportunities, job security, and further accentuated by the demand for cheap labor abroad. And also we have seen the recent cases of the school dropouts and even 14 to 18 years of children are not able to pass second standard. So that also the education level, they are not able to reach 10+2. But more surprising, Gargi, it was to see states from Gujarat, youth from states like Gujarat resorting to such measures to go abroad, as we witnessed with this Nicaragua flight incident. We know Gujaratis have a long-standing desire to migrate to the US, but I personally felt they're all very well off and have motels and, petrol stations. And way back 60s, they were going from Punjab. While migration from Gujarat has been ongoing, but recent years, we have seen several cases of whole families undertaking very perilous journeys, crossing borders on foot or by boat. And I was very surprised to read that in Gujarat, Gandhinagar and Mehsana districts are identified as hubs for illegal migration operations. Similarly, in Punjab, the rush to escape has been rampant, and now, since the late 80s, and now the migrating aspirant come from, urban Punjab also, unlike previous was confined in rural Doaba region. But if we take an overall overview of 188 countries and territories around the world, this phenomena is very global, that almost 30 million people are victims of human trafficking, and the official number estimated for Indian victim is although about 2.5 lakhs, but actual number is more, and Gargi, surprisingly 60% of them, are women and girls. So the magnitude of problem is very, very worrisome and alarming.
So, sir, you've spoken about, how big this issue is. Now tell us, how did you get involved in this issue?
No, it all began when it came to our notice that 700 students, the 700 students, mostly from Punjab, they went in 2017 and 18 by a spurious or the agent from Jalandhar, they went to Canada. But when they completed their courses, did 1 year job, internship, and when they applied for PR, the Canadian immigration flagged that the admission letter on which you came to some erstwhile humble college in Canada was fake. And so you need to be deported. There was a big panic and, hue and cry, 700 students. We swung into action. I met Honorable External Affairs Minister Jaishankar ji. I spoke to our High Commissioner Sanjay Kumar Verma ji. We wrote to the immigration minister there. We told our fellow Canadian MPs. Anyhow, the students, we made a group on WhatsApp group of all gathered. We hired the services of notable attorneys to file a collective class case. This is how this started.
And then got involved.
We got involved. Then immediately, while we were just giving finishing touches to this, a sudden alarming video came of 25-30 women destitute women in despair in Oman, crying and begging for help. We immediately contacted our World Punjabi organization in Oman and other people. Then immediately after that we came across, because people knew that we are doing some work, then there were about 16 boys stuck in Libya, Turkey, and they went through again this donkey route, and a country like Libya where we don't have any embassy, and they went via these CIS countries. So then we could rescue 17 boys from Libya who had been stripped of their identities, they were held hostage. There's a whole lot of, we put them into hotel, we wrote to United Nations to get them a consular access. So this is how we got involved into.
Fascinating. If you could tell us about this Oman situation also. We know they have strict laws. What about those women? How did this happen?
So most of these girls from Punjab and South, they were, as I said, lured by their own, because as you see in Punjab, people put, you were telling me, aeroplanes on their roof, and now they think that by going to Oman, this fellow had gone, that fellow had gone. But they were mostly lured by ladies, one, catharsis. So it was the woman exploiting the woman. And second was, the main fulcrum of the agent was not in Punjab, they were in southern state. There were 3 routes, visit visas, maids and other, and those, the maid's visa can only go if you get a sponsorship by a Omani family. So that means they were paying 2.5 to 3 lakh rupees were paid to get these women there. So it was a hell of a problem for us to get them evacuated. We brought them, as I said, into a shelter home, provided langar, hired legal things. Embassy also helped for this thing. But most of them had 30 days visas and they had become illegal because they overstayed. And maids, in addition to the maids work, whole lot of mistreatment to them and very sad exploitation which even cannot be told. So this is where, so we had to pay to each sponsors, and we could bring and reunite about 85 such girls from Oman back.
मैं ਧੋਖੇ ਨਾਲ ओमान ਵਿੱਚ ਭੇਜਿਆ ਗਿਆ। ओमान ਵਿੱਚ ਮੇਰੇ ਨਾਲ ਕੁੱਟਮਾਰ ਕਰ ਰਹੇ ਸੀ। ਮੈਂ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਕਿਹਾ ਵੀ ਸੀ, ਮੈਂ ਕਿਹਾ ਮੇਰਾ ਘਰ ਚੇਂਜ ਕਰ ਦਿਓ, ਪਰ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਨੇ ਘਰ ਚੇਂਜ ਨਹੀਂ ਕੀਤਾ, ਪੈਸੇ ਨਹੀਂ ਦਿੱਤੇ।
ਉਹ ਗਲਤ ਸੋਚਦੇ ਆ ਕਿ ਅਸੀਂ ਇਹਨਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਖਰੀਦਿਆ ਹੈ ਤੇ ਜਿਸ ਤਰ੍ਹਾਂ ਮਰਜ਼ੀ ਅਸੀਂ ਇਸਤੇਮਾਲ ਕਰ ਸਕਦੇ ਆ। ਉੱਥੇ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਨੇ ਇਹ ਗੱਲ ਕਹਿੰਦੇ ਆ ਕਿ ਜੇ ਅਗਰ ਅਸੀਂ ਸਾਈਨ ਕਰਵਾਏ ਤੁਹਾਡੇ ਤਾਂ ਅਸੀਂ ਅਨਸੋਰਸ ਕਰਾਈ ਹੈ, ਜੇ ਤੁਹਾਨੂੰ ਅਸੀਂ ਮਾਰ ਵੀ ਦਵਾਂਗੇ ਤਾਂ ਸਾਨੂੰ ਕੋਈ ਫਰਕ ਨਹੀਂ ਪੈਂਦਾ। ਬਾਰ-ਬਾਰ ਅਸੀਂ ਕਹਿੰਦੇ ਵਿਕਰਮ ਸਰ ਦਾ ਸ਼ੁਕਰੀਆ, ਧੰਨਵਾਦ ਜੀ, ਮੈਮ ਜੀ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਦਾ ਮਿਲਾ ਦਿੱਤਾ ਜੀ ਸਾਨੂੰ ਸਾਡੇ ਬੱਚਿਆਂ ਨਾਲ।
2 घर काम के लिए भेजा हमें, 4 दिन काम कराया, फिर दूसरे घर भेजा तो 3 दिन काम कराया, फिर हमें ऑफिस पे छोड़ दिया, फिर वहाँ से अपने घर पे ले आए। फिर बोले हमसे कि हमें 80,000 रुपये दो, तब तुम्हें हमें इंडिया भेजेंगे।
सर मैं आज से 4 महीने पहले सर लीबिया गया था सर एक एजेंट ने मेरे साथ फ्रॉड करके सर मेरे को लीबिया के अंदर बेच दिया था। तो सर वहाँ पे हम 10-12 इंडियन थे। 48 घंटे सर हमारे को भूखा रखना जी, काम करवाना, मारपीट करनी। तो सर जो कुछ भी अगर आप आज हम यहाँ जिंदा खड़े हैं तो सर सिर्फ और सिर्फ विक्रमजीत सिंह साहनी के कारण खड़े हैं।
All right, that's remarkable, sir. So that's how your entire, this campaign began. So now tell us about this mission Hope.
When this was on 7th of May 2023, when we came to know this Oman situation and our Punjabi girls mostly, or even in our shelter home, there were states coming. Our whole team, I went to Amritsar and I did Ardas, and then we started this mission Hope, because we were not sure how we will contact them, how we will bring them back. But our team left on 9th of this May last year, and we were there. And we launched this Mission Hope together with our, as I said, local chapters and our other colleagues out in Muscat. And then we started visit visas. We together with the embassy, we paid penalties, arranged their ticket. More problem was sponsored ones. And the sordid tales when these girls came, when they told, we did not disclose their identity, but we have such a painful marmaric footage which even we cannot share with our maybe viewers.
Right, absolutely, sir. And what really emerges here is many of these people don't know what they're getting into. Clearly, these girls also don't know what they're getting into, and it's these agents that you're talking about that are the ones who are enticing them, luring them with all kinds of promises. So, how do we now, counter this? What can be done about these clearly deceitful agents?
No, our team, we had set up a whole team. One camp office was in Muscat, Aleen border, and then one was in Delhi. So we conducted a kind of short sting operations by phoning. We saw MEA's website, and there is a clear-cut case. We requested MEA, we requested Punjab government. So there is a list of the illegal immigrants, illegal agents. But despite that list, we made it public. But we found when we phoned them, they were full in operations. We have submitted these lists to DGP Punjab and the External Affairs and other states in South. So what means illegal agents are more, and they are still functioning. So we have requested all the states, and especially you have seen in Nicaragua now that 307 students, the youth coming back, each one paying 60 lakhs as per the reports.
Yes.
8 Gujarati agents, and I'm sure all these 8 Gujarat agents were, the travel agents were illegal. So they have to be banned, and how it can be tackled? It cannot be tackled at center state. It has to be tackled at deputy commissioner, at district level. If a district head or a district magistrate, deputy commissioner or SSP makes sure in his constituency or the elected, there is no illegal agent. So at least this can be one thing. But I'm happy that we raised this issue with the Honorable Chief Minister of Punjab, Bhagwant Singh Manji, DGP. And after our lot of efforts, Punjab was the first state which made SIT. And they also launched the this trafficking units were bolstered with latest technology, villages. And I also wrote to Chief Ministers of Telangana, Kerala, Tamil Nadu, and I think Andhra Pradesh also. And some guilty have been arrested. So at least there is some action and task force happening. But now of this Nicaragua flight also some students, some youth are from Punjab. So another now a task force have been constituted to take action. Main thing is this illegal agents have to stop functioning.
So you spoke about prosecution. What are the challenges in prosecuting these human trafficking, those who are involved in it?
Because there is a lot of, now in Punjab, like we have seen, there are a lot of peer group pressure come. The Sarpanch will come, the Panchayat will come. Now they'll say, okay, these guys ready to return your money. But we told them it's not question of return. Now we could bring 85 of them or the youth from Libya and Turkey who have no hope. But there is a pressure not to file the case. Some of the victims don't want to come in open, and and tell all these stories, because then they will have a name shame game, because they have to settle. Now they can't, because they said if we tell our families that, you know, they were trying to exploit us, there is a lot of
no, absolutely, a lot of shame involved.
Lot of shame. So there are a lot of constraints. But SIT in Punjab says that if a girl certifies that she was misled by, you know, these agents, that's it. Now she can't give further elaboration that how she was exploited and what was done and all those things. So I think some action has been taken, but I will also request more and more youth and more our sisters and daughters who had undergone all these tragedies should come forth. And even our youth from Gujarat, 8 agents or 10 agents, it's a obnoxious 60 lakh rupees. You see how many people are immigrating. There's a crores and crores and crores and crores of rupees be drained out also, no? To these agents. People are selling their ancestral lands to go to.
And we'll talk more about this. And clearly there's a lot that needs to be done. And shows like this one, to have you come here and talk about this issue, that also raises awareness and helps in, you know, hopefully stemming these cases of human trafficking. We'll slip into a short break and return with more questions for Vikramjit Singh. Welcome back to our special program where we're talking about human trafficking and what can be done to stem this. Let's go across to Vikramjit Singh Sahney, sir, for more on this issue. And sir, you've spoken at length about the problems and the challenges. So what recourse is there really for the victims now once they're brought back?
Gagiji, to ensure that these victims or girls who've suffered abroad and when they come, we are trying to sort of rehabilitate them by giving them free skill trainings at our various multi-skill development centers, and also assuring them of our jobs, relating them to the industry, especially the stitching, embroidery, the beauty wellness, and also as these girls had some hospitality background, so we have hooked them with some reputable hospitality chains for housekeeping. I think that is the only best thing. We have to inculcate self-confidence in them and self-esteem in them, because what they had gone through is very horrifying, and that is the best way, and then to make them stand on their own feet.
All right, sir. So you've spoken at length about, you know, the various issues involved and how you've brought, back some of these traffic victims and rehabilitated as well. But how do we stem this entire problem, given that it's so widespread and it's not just Punjab, across several states?
No, Gagiji, first things first, I think anybody who has ambition to go abroad, there is nothing bad about it. But he or she must check the legitimacy of the agent, the consultant, and there should be complete zero tolerance for operation of functioning of these illegal agents. There should be a crackdown by each district administration to bring the guilty to the book. No illegal agent should be allowed to function. This should be done ASAP in all the states where this thing is very, very rampant. And then also secondly, it is the time to, demystify the glamorized image of working abroad, because we see India is now growing at 7%. We have seen it's not a rosy picture in the West or other countries that you will flee away from here and you will get a job there. 3, skilling is very crucial, because if you know a skill, first of all, no skilled youth can remain unemployed. He can have a self-employment, he can have something to do here. And fourthly, the thing is that government policies are also now pro-skilling and self-employment. There are a lot of start-up facilities. Other thing which I want to flag is, I was trying to do some root cause of this. Problem is, I have seen in our skill centers or others. Now today newspaper also there is a headline that 14 to 18 years old students cannot read in rural areas a second standard book. somebody
Yes.
doesn't know English. I'm sure if our rural education, if our schools are upgraded, means at least they should have teachers. If they have teachers, schools, at least if a student is able to do 10+2 and then he or she does some skilling, then there is no dearth of jobs even in India, because there is a mismatch. There is unemployment, but same time all the industry shares with me that there is a lack. They don't get skilled workforce. So somehow this school strengthening, bringing them to 10+2, acting, connecting them to vocational courses, and then of course going abroad only with the legal framework, and then awareness campaign that it's not rosy thing there, that you will get a, there is no
Right.
carrot stick there to
That you'll
immediately
be
go. You
able
have to
to-
struggle, and if you do
Absolutely.
it here, I think these are very, very important steps, and a strict action by the state governments to
Right.
bring guilty to the book, that nobody can dare to do this heinous crime.
No, absolutely, and thank you so much, Vikramjit Singh Sahney, for your efforts on this front, and also talking so clearly about what needs to be done to actually tackle this entire problem, which includes going to the basic schooling, jobs,
Yeah.
creating this population of young people who can find work in the job sector, and that's absolutely important, and that's one way of tackling.
Thank you. We have to
this
bring
problem.
our demographic dividend to a real dividend, and not this
right.
brain drain problem.
So we can convert
Yeah.
our youth into an asset
Yes.
for the country. Well,
Yes.
thank you so much on the program, and that's all the time we have. Thanks for watching. Goodbye.